Hey, my gorgeous Cappies. Welcome to another week with Natural Mystic Messages. This is for Cappies, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, and Venus, because we always do tap on love, because I love to love. Now, let's see what's been coming. Oh, and cross watchers. Yous are always welcome here. Ain't no shame in that game. We've all done it. Now, I'm going to shuffle away and see what comes up. I will ask that you chuck a lovely like on the video. I would really appreciate that. It helps my channel grow, and that's what I'm all about, growth in 2020. So join me. Join me. Okay, we're going to pull a Celtic cross to see what's coming in. Okay, so the issue we have is the beginning of something new. This is something that you should be very passionate about, but maybe you're not feeling it in general might be the problem. The obstacle could be that you're not emotionally attached to it, the way that you might be feeling a little reserved in your emotions, more so than you normally would be. I think you're wondering why it is you're not overly attached to the situation. In the Crown, the ideal energy for this would be the Sun reverse, which is really interesting to me. The Sun is illuminating things. It's bringing things to light. I feel like you want to keep whatever this is. You're resisting it, and you want to keep it hidden. You don't want to step into this. So ideally, even though it might not be what's ideal, what you'd be most comfortable with is just not facing it at all. Now, what do you have to work on? The Lover's card. I think it's accepting love, it's receiving love, it's trusting love, healing past hurts. There's a lot going on inside you emotionally that I feel like maybe you didn't expect to come up at this time, and it's kind of hit you right in the feels. Okay, so what's in the past? We have the Page of Cups. You may be dealing with the Pisces, but I think what this is saying is in the past you've had really immature lovers that have really stolen your faith in a happy ending. What's coming? Oh, we have an Earth sign coming. We have someone who's very mature. They're a little guarded. So that could, if they're already here, that could be what is triggering you. That could be the reason you're feeling a bit uncomfortable, because maybe you're used to people who were very immature with their love coming in, being a little over the top. And this person moves at a slower pace. They're more grounded into this reality, and you're just not used to it. You're just not comfortable. Okay, so your attitude, how you're feeling, you just want to live a single life. You want to be out with your friends, you want to be having fun, you don't want to be tied down to relationships right now. It's just not the energy you're in. I just seen 333 on the counter, so threes could be a significant number for you at the moment. You could be born on the 3rd. So yeah, you just want to be the party guy or girl. You don't want to be weighed down by heaviness. And the King of Pentacles can be someone who's a little serious, and I feel like you've been serious for a long time. You just want to have fun. Spirit's playing me, girls just want to have fun. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a girl, but it's that carefree, fun, no worries type of energy. And I almost think this could have been a resolution for you. I feel like your resolution could have been, coming into the new year, I don't want to stress anymore. I don't want to be that person. I want to be weighed down. And the thought of a new love experience freaks you out because you're worried you're going to step back into that. Now, the influence on this, the Ace of Pentacles. Money might be an issue for you at the moment as well. You may have been feeling financial constraints lately, which is why you kind of want to do this self-focusing, because you want to create some order in your life. What do we have for hopes and fears? We have the fear of a King of Wands coming in, someone who's argumentative, too passionate, too fast, too overwhelming, too controlling. I feel a big fear of control there as well. Okay, so for the future, oh, Cappies, we have the Five of Cups. But you know what? Spirit's saying to me, cheer up. Not to use to me. They're saying I took that too seriously. That's mourning. And that's what Spirit's asking you to do, is mourn these losses, mourn everything that went on, so you can move on to better things, and you can move on to what's divinely guided, and feel your emotions for the first time without any guilt or fear. Or I feel like in the past, you having emotions were almost catastrophic, not to you, but to the people around you. Like you've always had to be the rock and always had to be solid and could never break or any of those type of things. So it's almost like you're fearful of your emotions, because you've been led to believe that if you feel for a second, you'll have, you don't know where it'll stop. Because it's been instilled in you. You may have had parents who didn't allow you to feel emotions. Let's start clarifying some of these cards. So we're going to clarify first off this creative, new, inspiring spark that maybe you're just not feeling. We'll get some more clarifications. I feel like you might think that this is too good to be true as well. So this might be coming in for you if you're not feeling it now, but it's almost like this is too good to be true. I'm just not going to bother with it. Like it's almost so happy or so relaxed and so calm that you're considering that a red flag. Yeah, Spirit's saying be careful that you're not finding red flags where they don't exist, but at the same time, don't be lax on the red flags. And getting to know your feelings, your expectations, and your needs will help you recognize and not doubt what you think is a red flag. Okay, there we go. Okay, Knight of Swords. This is truth and clarity. That's pretty much what Spirit just said to me. They reiterated that through the card. And this is, the obstacle is you and your emotions and getting in touch with them, and I think you also want some me time. Come on, Spirit, can we have clarifying cards? Otherwise poor Cappy's going to be here all day while I shuffle. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. This is victory. It's feeling satisfied. It's being happy with your own company. So I understand. I wouldn't want to be messing that up either. It takes a long time to be able to sit in your own company and be happy with it and be okay with it and not be dependent on someone else to fill your cup. When you've got to that place, the person that you open your door up from that point forward has to be someone pretty special for you to hand your piece over to them. Okay, so this is the Sun reversed. Now, bear in mind, none of my cards were reversed when we started the reading, so that flipped by itself. Let's get a clarifier for that. Yep. So Three of Cups energy. This is also the Three of Cups, and it's come up twice in your reading, and I cannot for the life of me remember. I find it a lot of times when I do readings, it leaves my mind instantly because it's usually channeled. It's quite channeled, the readings. The Three of Cups has been coming up in all my readings. Other readers as well. Check out Luna Phoenix Tarot if you're into twin flame reading. She's a great twin flame reader. But we've and other readers I've spoke to, we've all had this experience where this Three of Cups has come up. And Spirit told me it's the unification of the divine feminine inside all of us, stepping up and nurturing and taking the lead as we slip away from this patriarchal type of society. It's catching the people and nurturing them who have been hurt by this bruised masculine. Not men in general, but the egoic, unhealed masculine that was in males and females everywhere. And then today, coincidentally, I was reading an article on 13 Indigenous women who have all come together at this exact time to heal the world's solar plexus of the energetic ley lines. And I think that's exactly what this card is. So if everyone can band together and send energy to Uluru in Australia and help, once that opens up, it will energize the ley lines and the chakra points throughout the whole world in all the continents that they exist on. Now I have gone a little off track there, but what that is playing out here is that you're stepping into that energy as well. It may not be apparent to you at the moment, but you're healing, whether you're male or female, you're healing that divine feminine part of you that exists within you. I'm also hearing some of you could be left-handed, and I don't know what, I don't know if that's a message or just a blank statement. Spirit's just giving me that. Okay, so next up, we're going to clarify this Lover's card. You may be feeling very vulnerable at the moment too, very raw, very exposed. And there's a lot going on in Capricorn, so I understand that completely. Plus the Sun will be conjunct your ruling planet, so that's maybe why you want this Sun reversed. You may feel like you're on display for everyone, and everyone can see you right now, and people may be having opinions about your life and what's going on because you are so exposed, and that may be very scary for you, Capricorn. I feel like up until this point you've tried to be very private. Okay, so we have, okay, so Spirit's saying don't freak out about this movement if someone does come in. This is your happily ever after. It's earthy, it's you, it's stability. But it's also coming with the Knight of Pentacles. So this is slow moving, but it's moving in the right direction and moving for what you need necessarily than what you want. So Spirit's saying you don't have to worry about walling yourself up and protecting yourself. You just have to worry about loving yourself and trust that wherever you move to, it'll be in the right direction. Now we're going to clarify this Page of Cups, this past energy. Queen of Swords, you had to cut that crap out. There seems to be a theme throughout all the readings I've been doing lately. It's collective. People are not, people are loving themselves to such an extent now, and even if it's not fully, you don't have to be perfect at it, but they're realizing their worth and they're not taking crap. It was such a theme through last week's reading that I actually changed my cards up at one point because I thought, is it the cards? Are they giving me the same reading? And I did 2 more decks and the same reading kept coming out. I cleansed myself. I had salt baths, you name it, but the same readings just kept coming. So what is coming in? This King of Pentacles. This could also be you taking, what is flipped up? The King of Wands. That's really interesting. That's really interesting energy. You may have options as well. You may have a couple of people that you're sort of in contact with or who have been in contact with you, or it could be a friend of a friend that you sort of had your eye on. There's a few people floating in your atmosphere that you feel like could be future options for you, but you're not jumping into it right now. You may have friends trying to set you up. You may have people in your inbox. There are a few people floating around. Okay. How you feel. Let's clarify that one. Oh, So it was the Three of Cups. This is that I'm independent, I'm out with my girls or my guys, and you know, it's that bros before host type of energy. And it's clarified with the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Cups. You're purposely walking a path that makes you feel better about yourself, and you will not sacrifice that for anyone. You're not giving up on love, but you're putting it second at the moment. Okay. You also could have been ghosted. Someone could have walked away from you, but you're not going to let it get you down. You're not going to allow it to tear down all the work you've previously done. Okay, so as I'm doing this, the Spirit keeps pulling me back to this King of Wands in the hopes and fears. This guy's face, they just keep showing it. I don't know who's going to pick up. My camera is terrible. He's angry. He almost looks abusive. I'm not liking the energy that's coming off that at all. I feel like that's why you're so protective. I feel like you've been through these situations before. It may have been with an Aries. Could have also been with a Taurus. He's got this crystal ball in his hand. I feel like he or she, whoever this person is, I feel like they're still keeping an eye on you, and you feel their energy, or they make you aware of it. This could almost be restraining order type of energy, or you felt the need that, you know, to let a friend know that this is going on, or it just, something's not sitting right with you with this person from your past. And it may be that months ago you saw this person, but they're still showing up around you. They haven't let it go, which could also be stopping you from moving forward. You may be nervous about what their opinion on that will be. Okay, we're going to go back to the reading. So we have the influence, the environment, the people. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles. Money, your home life, where you live. You might be wanting to move to a better neighborhood. You might have got to the point where you're like, I can't do these neighbors anymore. They might party too often. It's just not your place. You're not feeling settled. It's not your sanctuary. So you've been working hard towards that. This is the hand of the divine. So Spirit's saying, keep focusing on what it is that will push you forward, and they'll meet you there. They'll provide the door to walk through if you do your part. Okay, now we're going to clarify this King of Wands, who I'm not liking at all. I've used this deck so many times, but I've never felt the energy of this King of Wands. It's almost frightening. Yeah. So there's a lot of earth energy here. This could be you, Capricorn. This could be you taking back your energy, calling, like soul retrieval, calling back your love from everywhere. It's you've handed it out. It's cutting cords. Spirit's also saying make sure you cut energetic cords so people can't energetically cipher off you anymore, can't energetically tap into you. Like I said before, he's holding a crystal ball. This person has a spiritual type of hold on you, an energetic hold on you, and even though you've separated, they are still tapping into your energy. And I'm not liking this person. I'm sorry, Capricorn. This energy is making my stomach turn. Don't allow them that space anymore. Have a salt bath, clear off your energy, cut cords. Now, a great one to cut cords, and I found this works a lot better than just the visualization of cutting the cord, is to hop into a salt bath. If you have any black crystals, bring them in with you, but with the intention of leaving behind and cutting off this energy. So what happens is when you stand up from the bath, you like unzip a bubble around you and you let it fall into the water as the water drips off you. And then when you hop out the plug, hop out of the bath, you let the plug out, and let it all drain down the plug, the sink, you know, whatever the technical term for that is, but you let it go in that sense. And whatever energetic, like, tentacles they had on you get all left in that bath, because they're hard at work. They're not letting this go. They're going to continue with this. They're dedicated to cipher energy off you. Okay. Now we've got this last card here, which is the future. That's the letting go, the mourning of whatever this was that pushed you here. Whatever it was that made you fearful of anyone else that comes in. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this. It's mourning it, it's letting it go, and right next to that, the death card has come up. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. That person could have been a Scorpio, but it's the end. It's the end of that cycle. It's the end of your cycle when it comes to karmic relationships. No longer will you be walking into things that have the monstrosity of lessons that you have had in the past. You've learnt them, but on top of that, okay, so Spirit's also saying it's time to make a pledge to the universe that you only want to learn your lessons in love. You want to learn them gently. You want to learn them in a loving manner. And you can also ask not to learn them in these love relationships anymore. I mean, we do have to always keep learning and keep growing, but we can actually make a decision to not learn them in such horrific, scary, over-the-top ways. We can ask to learn these things in loving ways, and it can happen. It can happen, and I know this myself because I did this about 3-4 years ago, and the moment that, and I think the universe has your back, which weirdly I had these cards out last night, by Gabrielle Bernstein. It clicked to me one day and gave me the biggest aha moment and changed my life forever. I have never suffered the way that I have over decades of growing up since I made this pledge to the universe to teach me in loving ways. Like, it doesn't mean you'll always get your way and everything will be great, but you won't have your heart ripped out and kicked across the room in a way that doesn't serve you anymore, if that makes any sense. Now, we are on 22 minutes. I promised that these would be shorter ones because I know that I tend to waffle and we're all busy people. I don't want to be taking your guys' time up, but we're going to pull some Romance Angel Oracle. We'll go 3 today, Spirit. Okay, we've got 2. We have work on your partnership very soon. I feel like this is business. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. That's speaking about asking the universe to give you your lessons in love, in a loving way. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And remember that forgiveness is not for them, it's for us. It's for us because at the end of the day, you are not the person who did any of these horrendous things. Any of the things that have left you in pain, you didn't do those. So why should you carry their burdens any longer? Ball it up into a lovely silver ball. Bring it from all over your body, wherever you're carrying that pain. If it's manifested physically, if you've got sore backs, if you've got bad knees, that's the physical manifestation of the pain you've been through, the emotional pain. So grab it and energetically imagine it coming up to your center and forming a glowing silver orb, and then hand it back in love. You don't want it to be nasty. You don't want to be adding any of that karma. Hand it back in a loving way because that's their karma to deal with, and that's their lessons to learn, and that's the hurt and the pain they created. It's up to them to transmute that karma for their life lessons. So, and I think give this relationship a chance. It's going back into this Knight of Pentacles, but also don't be fearful because it's giving a relationship with you a chance, through the forgiveness, through the letting go what's made you fearful, and all those type of things. Okay, Capricorn, I'm going to leave you there. I have stolen 25 minutes of your time. Please hit the like button and please subscribe. I'm not monetized. I do this for the love of wanting to give out messages to people who need it, because I know I've received them from so many other YouTubers in the past, and it's just my way of giving back. So hit that subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you all again next week. Love you, Cappies.